The new U.S. Army combat vehicle costs $13 million, and it's not even a tank. The M10 Booker is the first of its kind in decades. This combat vehicle was officially unveiled in 2023. You'd be forgiven for calling it a tank, but the Army, for unknown reasons, doesn't call it that. The turreted vehicle used to be designated MPF. That name stands for Mobile Protected Firepower. It was too bland even by Army standards, so it's been renamed M10 Booker. But what exactly is it, and why does it cost $13 million per unit? The M10 is referred to primarily as a combat vehicle. Sometimes it's called an infantry assault vehicle. It features a heavy gun and tank-like mobility, but it's less armored than a main battle tank. The M10 is designed to go places the M1 Abrams cannot. Whatever the Army says, it's basically a light tank. These armored vehicles were once considered obsolete. The U.S. preferred to invest in heavy, unassailable MBDs, but lighter vehicles offer unparalleled mobility. Unlike the heavy Abrams, the Booker can get off-road. It can provide direct fire support for infantry and paratroopers. The M10's armaments are comparable to a tank's. The turret is armed with the M35 105mm main gun. There's also a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun. Indeed, the fire control system is based on the M1. The M10 uses a tracked chassis. A C-17 aircraft can transport 2 Bookers at once. The name Booker honors 2 servicemen. The first is Robert D. Booker, a hero of the 1943 North African campaign. He defeated a machine gun nest and led his unit despite being wounded. The second is Stephen A. Booker, a tank crewman. In April 2003, he led his unit into the assault on Baghdad. The machine gun mounted on his tank failed. Booker lay prone on top of the tank and guided his unit. He died after being fatally wounded.
The M10 Booker combat vehicle is named in their honor because it will accomplish what they both did, enabling squads to continue pushing forward through heavy machine gun fire while protecting our most important weapon system, our soldiers.
Army Chief of Staff General James McConville. So why not call it a light tank then? The Army says light tanks are for reconnaissance missions. The M10 Booker is an assault gun. The last light tank introduced in the U.S. was the M551 Sheridan. It was retired for good in 1997. However, the Army had another similar not-quite tank. It's the Stryker mobile gun system. That vehicle is both armored and turreted, but the Stryker has 8 wheels, whereas the Booker has treads. The Army is retiring the Stryker in favor of the Booker. The M10 actually weighs 42 tons. So it's not exactly lightweight, although it's still not tank weight. A typical Abrams weighs in at a whopping 70+ tons. It can't be as easily delivered by cargo jets. In total, the Army plans to acquire 504 M10 Bookers. The M10 is produced by General Dynamics. The first vehicles are expected to arrive in the Army in November 2023. The first M10 battalion will begin initial operations testing in 2024. Eventually, M10 battalions will be built into light infantry brigade combat teams. The Army intends to add them to its airborne units as well.